Perfection is typical and you're forgiven. Flow holy breath from you is sitting 11. Father, forgive them, don't know what they do. Prophetic visions too good to be true. Wiping away all of these things that kept me in darkness from seeing what's true. But ignorance blissful, and I took a vengeful. Thought it would alleviate, I couldn't deviate. Heart in my heart, I got vengeful. But vengeance is yours. Jesus, you take me on tour. Holy direction and righteous connection, Lord. All of your ways are pure. See, look at the deficit. Born of religion is evidence. I remember the day I had set in my heart to go seek the world for residence. So I'm off to a journey. All this consistently yearning. I'm feeling for something that's deeper than me, and to keep my head spinning is burning. But my mind is still hurting. You tell me to give it to you, but I cannot see the time trickling down on the clock. Wearing my sins like Nike the socks. Want me to give you my burdens and suck.
AC Sports Live is brought to you by All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. Earn your Class A and Class B license and endorsements with courses online and in person in the city of Long Beach. Call or visit the website 909-708-4861, www.allincdotraining.com. If you're unemployed, underemployed, or just want to change a career, scholarships are available, so don't worry about the cost. Give them a call. All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. AC Sports Live is also brought to you by Mood Swing Apparel, DEM Clothing. Dominate every matchup, period. Check them out, Mood Swing Apparel on Instagram. AC Sports Live is also brought to you by Cannon Nation Boxing. If you want to learn the sweet science of boxing, or if you just want to get a real good workout in, working out and training with pros, check out CannonNationBoxing.com and become the best version of yourself today.
He ain't never slumber, never put him to the test. He be reigning king forever, resurrected after death. All praise to God, brother, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, all praise to the one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tuesday, May 7th, and you're looking at the father of a recently graduated LMU Lion out of film school. Shout out to my daughter, Jordan Cobbs, who did that. LMU Film School, I am so proud, one of the most prestigious film schools in America. She's done, and I want to thank all of the peopleization that supported her. If you saw my Facebook post, we got to celebrate those things, man. Those are things that we cherish. Those are the things that we need to celebrate, to flood our social media timelines with positivity. I'm tired of the negativity. I continue to lift up the negativity in my prayers, but I want to see positivity. And I know y'all agree. We're going to continue to pray for the problem in the Middle East. We're going to pray that the murder stops amongst the people of Israel and Hamas and Gaza and all the young innocent lives that have been wasted because of war and rumors of war and all just the evil. We come against all that stuff. Nothing but positivity here on the AC Sports Live show. What's happening? What's good with everybody in the building? My sweet brother Noomsi has come back from his long travels, and he has forgiven me. Sweet brother Noomsi, I know you sent me something to add to share on the show. I didn't get a chance to take a look at the story, but I'm gonna take a look at your text and see if I can't refresh my memory. I got Sin Q AC from LA in here for the Collective Podcast, Saturday mornings on your favorite socials. That's my guy. James Mack in the building. What's up, Big Mac? Gee in here. Let's go, Gee. What's good with you, Gee? Are you still tripping? Are you good? Cool McCain, the coolest name on social media, the Elite Eagles podcast host and everything Eagles, my main man, Philadelphia Eagle. I believe he's a Denver Nugget fan too, though. So it's not all good in Denver. It's all bad. It's really all bad. Rubio Method. It is showtime. It is time to get it going. The Rubio method, I believe, was in Vegas this week. Once again, every student athlete he works with raises their chances of getting a scholarship exponentially. I mean, he's helped over 2,500 student athletes receive full ride scholarships. If that ain't a guru, I don't know what is. My main man, Chris Rubio, we go back like car seats, man. 35 years. I'm not sure how long ago we played. Look over my shoulder. You'll see the UCLA 1994 Rose Bowl team. Me and Chris Rubio, we go way back like chiropractors, man. I appreciate the congratulations, y'all. Hey, most definitely positive vibes. Nana Mona, I'm gonna call you baby girl, even though you are Nana Mona, Jenna's mama. I thank you very much. I got Happy Boy Miguel Lara, who was one of the contributors, one of the executive producers on one of my daughter's films. Big bro Miguel Lara came through like a champ. He came through like a Sharpie on a napkin, just came straight through. Dropped some money on the project and said say less and kept it pushing. Cool McCain said it's tough in Denver, bro. Gotta put they big boy pants on. Big boy ain't the word, man. I try to tell y'all that the Timberwolves were built. The Timberwolves were built to beat the Nuggets the same way the Dallas Mavericks were built to beat the Miami Heat. I believe the Dallas Mavericks, when they won the championship with Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd and Jason Terry, they were built to beat the Boston Celtics, and they were built to beat the Miami Heat. They were perfectly built for that one season. I think this season, the Minnesota Timberwolves are built to beat the Nuggets and the Celtics. If they can keep the team together, that might be good for 2 or 3 years, the way Ant-Man's playing. So yeah, big boy pants. Jenna, the smoke show from Canada. AC, glad to see you tonight. Glad to see you, young lady. I appreciate you hanging out with your boy. I got the sauce man, not hot sauce, not barbecue sauce, but Rodney Sauce. What's up, bro? You're welcome, Nana. I got big bro E3 Entertainment, Joe Jackson, Big Tommy. Yo, just came back from recording with the crew. Now home organizing my comics from Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day. Free is for me. Let me know what time it is, big time. I got Rudy Cambetto. What up, bro? Hey, man, congratulations to Rudy Cambetto, the new tight ends coach at the Hated Ones, the Modern Day Fighting Monarchs, the #1 team in the nation. They paid their dues. OG coach Raul Lara at St. Anthony's, we paid our dues, and the payoff is a promotion to the best high school football program in America. Yes, I give them their props because they put in the work. They dedicated their program to making the football program better. I remember when Bruce Rollin lost that one time. He said, yeah, this will be the last time you'll see us lose. And he came back with a vengeance, opened up the floodgates, got some more kids in there, and before you know it, they're the top program. And now Coach Lara and his efforts bringing St. Anthony out of the dungeon to a couple of championship runs, and boom, bam, he's the most qualified, highest pedigree coach available in Southern California. Now he's the head coach of Modern Day, and he brings his main man, recruiting coordinator extraordinaire Rudy, to the party. So now Modern Day just got better, man. So as I am a jackrabbit at heart, I still pull for my people. And Rudy and Coach Lara are my guys. Coach Bud, I believe Coach Bud is going over there too. So shout out to the Monarchs because they hired some good men, and hopefully they can clean that program up. All that hazing and all that foolishness hopefully comes to an end because Coach Lara don't play that. I know Coach Rudy don't play that. So we'll see. Oh, don't give me the stripes, man. Don't give me the 3 stripes, man. Don't do it to me, man. Oh, man. Long Beach probably on mine, man. Till we die. Long Beach Jackrabbits till we die. They went to the dark side, man. Modern day lacrosse is getting run over 16-8 right now in the D1 semi versus St. Margaret's. That ain't good. They might need to hire Coach Rudy and them. I'm gonna take over the lacrosse. Are you actually reffing and watching the show, or are you out there just watching as a spectator? Thank you, AC from LA. Yes, congratulations to Laura and Campbell. Oh boy, we're gonna have a hard time if we ever see Mother Day again. Long Beach Unified School District has to open up doors to legacy kids and neighborhood kids. It should not be so hard to go to your school of choice in the school of choice generation. I'm still mad that I couldn't get my own son into my alma mater. Things happen the way they happen. God's will still be done. And I'm going to jump ahead to my Coach Cobbs corner. I'm very thankful for the scholarship that my son was able to achieve going to San Jose State out of St. Anthony's, whose football program was on the rise, but still not Long Beach Poly, not modern day by any stretch of the matter. But we built something good. My son was able to get noticed, and we got him out. However, in this new NIL atmosphere, with transfer portal being a commonplace, the San Jose State Spartans' new coach, I'll call him Coach Keon because I don't want to butcher his name, really, really good guy, man of faith, man of character, had to make some tough decisions recently in spring ball. And long story short, my son is the last black player in his recruiting class. That's just an observation. So to look at what happened to the other kids, when there are NIL kids in the portal looking for schools to play for, who don't have character issues, just want somewhere to play, and you have to start a program with kind of kids you want to be on your program. If you are the type of kid that's an issue, or you're a problem, or you're late to class, late to weight room, uncoachable, a locker room cancer, whatever you got going on is not contributing to the elevation and growth of that team, your Division I scholarship can be revoked. So I saw 3 student athletes let go. So word to the parents, the coaches that let their kids do whatever they want to do, which is kind of why Coach Laura was hired to take over Modern Day, where kids are doing whatever they want to do, and they get to college and they think it's the same way. It's not so. It is now commonplace for it to be a two-way street. If you're not happy as a player, you can hop in the portal. If the coach is not happy with you as a player, he can let you go. So you think that scholarship is etched in stone? You better be on the upward trajectory, because as once was taboo to let kids go, back in the day, in our day, they just placed a kid on medical redshirt, where you can go to school, but you can't be on the team. You can get the issued sweats, but you're not going to be practicing. You're not going to be around the team at all. And mysteriously, you just now are a civilian student, and nobody asks any questions. Now, they'll send your butt home on Spirit Airlines. Real talk. Real spill. Rudy says, say less. Oh, you watching on the NFHS? I have an account because it's a pretty cool network where you can watch high school games, all types of sports. I have the NFHS network myself. Rube says, bite your tongue. There's only one Coach K, and it isn't from Duke. Kazarian. All right, man, the NBA, man, it's fantastic. And the Timberwolves look like the team to beat. Have you seen how the Timberwolves are putting grips, hands, a defensive clinic on the Denver Nuggets? This is Kool McCain's team. He's the only Denver Nugget fan I know. And they are getting treated like an expansion team. Rudy Gobert didn't even play game 2. And the Wolves still put clamps. I mean, they got them boys so frustrated. Dudes is throwing heat packs and carrying on. I told you this last week. This is my prediction for the championship game. The winner of this series is going to be the champs. And down 2-0, I wonder what the stats are. Percentage of a team who lost the first 2 at home to win a series. That has to be slim and none. Yeah, Tommy, the NFHS network. If you've seen a little camera inside of a basketball gym up at the top of the stands that follows the ball, typically that's a sign that that school has NFHS. And if you see one outside on a really tall tripod, that's a good indicator as well. But most schools that have a little bit of money now have this network. Now, it won't be anybody broadcasting it most of the time. It's just usually just a video, which is fine with me. It's like going to the game. No one's going to broadcast it from the stands. But it's a pretty cool situation. Don't sleep on OKC. I watched OKC play a couple of times. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is impressive. The whole team is tough. But I don't think they're big and strong enough, if you know what I mean. Playoff basketball is a lot more rugged and tough. I believe OKC won the regular season by being healthy, by Chet Holmgren playing well, Shea playing well, Dort and all them guys playing tough D. I don't think they're big and strong enough and mean enough to beat the Wolves. But I won't sleep. I'm going to take more of a closer look with your suggestion, Big Cool. I got Dr. Leon Frazier in here. That's that defense. Hey, he come from the old school, man. I'm from the old school, Rashidi. We play defense, especially in the paint. I had to explain to our good buddy Austin Michael on the, I believe, the anti ESPN group, and I said, in the playoffs, there's no Red Sea defense. And he was like, what do you mean Red Sea defense? That the Red Sea parts during the regular season, the Red Sea parts for guys going to the cup. And for my Bron sexuals, Bron has had more than 1,000 points with uncontested layups. Because when he comes to the cup, nobody wants to stop a train coming to the cup. Well, in the playoffs, there's somebody going to step up and make your life difficult coming to the cup. Cool said, keep hope alive. Yeah, Bob Hope. It's a rap, brother. It's a Saran wrap. Murray is getting clamped. It's a little different from D'Lo and Reeves guarding him. Big difference. D'Lo had a man bun. You can't get locked up by a guy with a man bun. You can't do it. Dreads, yeah. Man bun, nah. Let the dreads hang. Maybe you play some D. Dr. Frazier said he was fined $100,000 for throwing $100,000. Is that the most without an actual altercation? That's a pretty hefty fine. 100 racks. Good googly. I hope it was worth it. They handled Dallas. Well, I think Dallas is always going to be hit and miss because they're so Luka and Kyrie dominant. I don't believe in Dallas, but I believe in Timberwolves. I got SG Plug 1 in here, Broham, brother from another mother. Until the series is over, it ain't over. This is true. Denver are the champs. And until you knock the champ out, he's still the champ. Julio Cesar Chavez was losing going into the 15th round versus Meldrick Taylor. And with 10 seconds left, he knocked him down. And referee Richard Steele? Who was the referee? I forgot the guy's name. He stopped the fight with 2 seconds left. Never over until it's over. As G said, $100K fine is definitely not worth it. Not at all, bro. $100,000, you could feed a whole city Thanksgiving turkeys. Those young T-Bulls look exciting. They look dangerous. I'll be scared to death playing against them. Kyrie has to shoot more than 14 times. I don't understand. You're aggressive one day and the next day you're not. For the life of me, why is that? Are they denying him the ball? One game at a time is definitely the method. Next shot, next game, can't worry about the pass. You got to win this one. Now, if they don't win this one, cool, McCain, I guess you got to hold ahead and start packing for Cancun. Ask Barkley about that man bun. Oh, man, I got to watch the TNT because Barkley be on one. It was Cortez? I thought it was that black dude, the black referee that stopped the Mildred Taylor fight. It was a black dude. It wasn't Cortez because everybody was pissed off at the black ref who grabbed Mildred Taylor's mouthpiece and waved it off. Was it Cortez? I have to go back and watch the fight. It's a great fight. Mildred Taylor was winning all those rounds, but Julio Cesar Chavez, being undefeated, came back in the last round and knocked him out. It's a dire situation. Absolutely. You cannot afford. It was Richard Steele. See, Dr. Frazier comes through with the information, man. How about them New York Knicks, though? And Jalen Brunson and the Villanova Wildcats reloaded. Are we believers in them versus Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers? I don't dislike the Knicks. They beat my Sixers, but I wasn't confident in this Sixer team. I want to exchange OG Anunoby for Tobias Harris. If we can somehow pull that off, we got us a championship team, and we got to send Embiid to the moon to take care of his knee problems. When LeBron goes into space with his space shuttle to rejuvenate his body, he need to take Embiid with him. And Anthony Davis. Even though Anthony Davis played the most games he's played in a long time, it still couldn't hurt. The New York Knicks are actually an exciting team to watch as well. Josh Hart's still one of my favorite players to watch. Jalen Brunson's becoming one of my favorite players to watch. And Dante DiVincenzo, being from Villanova, helping us win the national championship. I say us because Villanova's in Philadelphia. I am a de facto Villanova Wildcats fan, on top of Temple, on top of Penn, on top of UConn. Those are my other teams besides UCLA. And you can do that in college basketball, I believe, because sometimes your college is just tripping and ain't paying for players and all that good stuff. But the New York Knickerbockers, I believe, will go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I said it here. You heard it here first, sweet brother Nomsi. The Knicks going to beat the Celtics if Porzingis doesn't play. I'm going to put some stipulations on that. Yeah, Laura said maybe still. Yeah, you got them concussions too, man. You played middle backer. Boston was focused tonight. A focused Boston team is dangerous, but I still believe they lack size. Toby. The Lakers need to start over. Oh boy, don't you start that. Don't you start that. The Knicks are a team to watch. All right, man, I'm taking a quick break. When I come right back, I'm going to talk tender love. Canelo is ducking David Benavidez, and we're going to talk about him after this message.
Dominate every matchup, period. This should be the mindset of every competitor in both team and individual sports and in life. Each day we wake up, regardless of the task, regardless of what we're facing, we got to decide whether we're going to dominate or be dominated, period. There is no in between. We believe whoever wears our gear embodies that DEM mindset. Dominate every matchup, period. The question is, which side will you be on?
Dan Nation Boxing Gym in Santa Fe Springs, California offers training for pros, amateurs, and weekend warriors. ran by current WBC boxer Brandon the Cannon Adams and pro trainer the People's Coach, Coach Cam Manalo. They offer adult and kids training and classes for all ages. Cannon Nation Boxing is in the corner for anyone who wants to learn the sweet science of boxing as a career or personal goals. Go to cannonnationboxing.com for more info.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, the director of All In CDL Training. Here in All In CDL Training, our main goal is for you to obtain your Class A driver's license. We offer online courses as well as in-person courses here in our location in Long Beach. If you require more information, please visit us at www.allincdltraining.com.
All right. We back in here, man. Shout out to All In CDL Training. The future of commercial driving and helping brothers and sisters get on their feet. I've met so many people in the last month who've come to the school. I do the media for the school. So I do all the videos, online videos and everything like that. I'm not a teacher. I don't have a Class A license, but my good friends do. And they run a tight ship. And just this week, the very first student to qualify for the scholarship is in the truck driving. I got video footage of it. We're going to create a little documentary on how she was able to fight the system, and now she's on her way to having her Class A license, man. It's so inspirational because she jumped through so many hoops. But you don't have to be all that. We now know the process. So if you want to be in line to get your Class A license, and it's not all about driving a truck. You can work at the port, be a port driver. You can work for FedEx. You can work for the post office. You can, there are things you can do, crane operation. There are things you can do with the Class A license you can't do with a Class C. Now, Class B, you can be a bus driver and things like that, transporting people, but you just need a career. Like I tell the students I work with, you got a job, it's something that you're just doing for a check, but if you have a career, it's something that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about making long-term money, driving the coast, driving locally, reach out. allincdltraining.com. Get it going, man. Don't wait. All right, Canelo fought this weekend. I think you got to stay busy. I get that part. But when are you going to fight David Benavidez? Like, when are you going to fight the person we want to see you fight? How long are you going to duck? Like, I blame Floyd Mayweather. And y'all know I don't like Floyd. You know why I don't like Floyd. And I always tell the story. Floyd made us move out of our seats at Roscoe's. So I forever have a problem with Floyd Mayweather. I'm going to do some jiu-jitsu on him when I see him. But Canelo Alvarez, being one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time, or as he would like to be, 61, 2-2, 39 knockouts. Won a unanimous decision over Manigua, a former junior middleweight title holder who has never been put down. Canelo put him down. I mean, he's a big kid. I thought he was a little bit smaller than that. But next to Canelo, he was a bigger guy. He was a bigger man. But at this point in time, Saul Canelo Alvarez, I'm going to have to hit you with the tender love. Floyd got y'all messed up. As a prize fighter, as you get older, we know it's difficult to fight all the young pups coming up. But when you have the majority of your fan base and those who want to see you lose have a bona fide contender coming to your fights, talking loud, calling you out, TikTok, Instagram, every social media platform is saying, when are we going to see Canelo versus Benavidez? It's going to be just like Floyd ducking Manny Pacquiao. It will be a damaging action to your legacy. So next, before you try to retire, give us the fight we want. Canelo Alvarez, you on the clock. Now, the Tender Love Report is brought to you by Anthony Davis and Kenyon Martin, a former NBA tough guy, went ham on AD for a tender love reaction to a routine bump. Let's see if we can't get this to work. Oh boy, it wants to act funky again. Well, I tell you. I'll tell you. Technology is something else. All right, let's see if this works. It doesn't want to work. You son of a gun. Let's see if I do it this way. Oh man, you know what it is. I might have to start and stop it again. But he was basically saying the bump that AD received and he rolled on the ground was a punk move. If I can get it loaded up, I'll bring it back. But yeah, AD in a closeout game, if you get bumped, you got to shake it off, man. You saw Ant-Man do it. You got to want it, man. Your team needs you. Come through for your team. Tender Love has to come to an end so we can pass it on to Kawhi Leonard and guys who are always hurt, who stay hurt and let their teams down year after year. We got to make a new name for our Tender Love Report for Kawhi. We got to figure it out. We might call it a T-Day Report from the Wiz. If he's a robot from the future, he is now a rusty, old, decrepit robot from the future. I need this to work because I have a few things I want to show you from my phone. But this cord is acting real funny style these days. You know how technology is. Let's see. There we go. There we go. There we go. Is it going to work? Is it going to work?
I've been hit harder than that. You've been hit harder than that. We all
There
been
it
hit
is.
harder than that. My wife ain't never played one NBA minute. And she thought, like, what the heck? Like, really? When your season is on the line, for you to react that way and roll over on your stomach, dog,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
that's character challenging, dog.
That's crazy.
Like, that's glaring, man. If it ain't for them dudes in that locker room who you supposed to be at war with,
So
if that ain't
this Tender Love Report is a segue to the post that Austin Rivers posted today. That I can take 30 NBA players right now, 30 players in the NBA, and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA. I had an issue with that as a football player. There are guys that could. There are guys like Jalen Suggs and T. Higgins who did play football at a very high level. As good as LeBron was in high school with the little kids he played against. Remember when Charles Barkley said he tried out? Remember when Draymond Green went out for football at Michigan State? I actually have the audio of Chuck. Charles Barkley's experience.
I played the one day, and I just ran into a guy full speed for like 2 hours. This is the stupidest ever. And I remember I was sitting in the locker room. I was bloody and beaten up, and I had my head down. It was the first day of practice. And the coach says, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I said, wait, we're doing this tomorrow? And I said, I'm not doing this tomorrow. I said, no, under no circumstances. I was the coach. And I went, and after practice, I went out to coach, I want to thank you for the opportunity, but football.
You turn your equipment back in?
Right after that first day. This is not for me. I played football for one day. You know, football is my favorite sport in boxing because I played the one day.
And Chuck was a tough cat. So I'm like, yo, Austin Rivers, there are exceptions to the rule in every sport. Most basketball players can't play baseball. Most boxers can't play basketball. Like, to say that it's easy is disrespectful to the sport. Flag football, yes. Football, when you used to be able to be hit coming across the middle, nah. Not at all, man. Not at all. Hey, I'm going to the comments. David was a heavyweight. That's why he didn't want to fight him. He came down to middleweight. Hey, see, from LA said you don't even like fights trilogy. You want all peace all the time. You don't like fights? Why is this on AD? Because it's named after AD, Sweet Brother Dempsey. It's named after him. Yeah, I was shocked when he fell and curled up like that. You was shocked? That's who he is. AC2 in the building. San Jose State. Spartan is always AD. You got to come back to AD. What does Aaliyah say? It's got to come back to you, Atlantis. It's from the Isley Brothers classic. Aaliyah remake. It's back to you. I will always come back to you. AD, Tender Love. He's trying to sell it. Man. Stop trolling AC from LA. Leave AD alone. Man, what is this? Is JaVale McGee? Is he off limits from the Shaq in the Fool segment? Jay Hun, what's good, my brother? Hey, man, it was so good to see the SaberCats championship team. 2003, I believe 2004 when we won the championship. We had a reunion this weekend. I could not make it because my baby girl was graduating from college. But my SaberCats homeboys, Jay Hun, Jerry Reese, Mark Grieve, Barry Wagner, Rasheed Davis, Omar Smith, Sam Hernandez, I believe Lytle, and who was there? Stephanie Aguilar and Bart, our trainer Bart, Coach Arbed, Coach Terry Malley, all the coaches, Coach Church, all the players, James Hunt and James Rowe were in the building. I was looking for Cleveland. I saw Aubrey Battle in there. I saw some good brothers all fellowshipping. I was there with you guys in spirit. Hey, we had some good times. We kicked some butt, took some names. The great days of the San Jose SaberCats in the former AFL, the Arena Football League, when we were on NBC, when it was big time. We had all former NFL players. We all just tore the league up. I believe we were 16-0 and we lost the championship. We lost the last game of the season and then won the championship. Good stories. Sorry I couldn't make it, but you guys understand. Dr. Frazier said LeBron used to cry over a bump. Every bump. He still does. I believe his son bumps him at the fridge and he get mad. And Leonard got a 3-year extension. Kawhi is milking that thing, bro. Sweet brother said, dang it. He got hit and rolled all the way to the locker room. Happy Boy said, no eye of the tiger. Not there, no. He got the eye of the sloth. The eye of the scaredy cat. SG, stop telling lies about me. And I won't tell the truth about you. Bars. Bars. Sweet brother Nupsy agrees. The reveal method, that is a moronic comment. They would get hit once and act like a kicker in hitting drill from that point on. It'd be like a soccer match, lying on the ground with a red card. There are a couple of tough cats. I believe like Allen Iverson would have been good because he likes contact. He was a good football player in high school. But he was fairly small, so he would have to play corner or slot receiver. But there are some NBA players. Jalen Suggs would do very well. Let's see. Anthony Edwards is a very good football player in high school. I'm pretty sure he'd do well. I remember who else was a good football player? Let me see. Who was the one? It was a couple guys who really could. Randy Moss. I believe someone mentioned Randy Moss in the chat. Sweet Brother Nilsey says, we all know AI was a better football player. Randy Moss was a decent basketball player, but a Hall of Fame football player. And that's what we're seeing. Great segue to Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman, the new receiver one. I believe he's receiver one now in Buffalo because everyone's gone. Gabe is gone. Diggs is gone. So now Keon Coleman is much watched TV. And he was a 4-star basketball recruit. Look at his highlights on Instagram. He was a monster. He had a quadruple double. Almost had another at point guard. 6'4", 210 pounds in high school. Cranking it on people, doing all kinds of stuff, and was the best football player. I believe Mr. Football. Went to Michigan State, balled out. Went to Florida State, balled out, and now he's the number one pick of the Buffalo Bills. AC from LA just said Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes was a 5-star football player. Was he a quarterback, I believe? Matt Barnes was a really good football player. So there are some guys, but you just can't throw guys out there. Because you throw a guy out there who did not play football at a high level, he's going to struggle. Just like putting a guy who don't hoop at a high level in the NBA is impossible. But you had guys play decent in the NBA. You had Master P. Master P played in the NBA. Who else played in the NBA? Charlie Ward actually had a very good career in the NBA. So there's some guys. I think it needs to be a better discussion about it. You just can't throw out a random number 30 NBA players right now. What's 30 players right now? Besides those who could have. Now, Keon Coleman is great comedy. If you have not heard him talk, him and the new guy, Leggett. Leggett is the country boy. This is Keon Coleman. He is made for TV, man. He is perfect, man. I love this kid. They said, let's run this thing like touchdown. Who does that? He just ran from one end zone to the other with street clothes on. And then,
what you going there with your boxes?
Yeah, usually we'll put like
gloves on. It's not bad. Step in this one.
It's not cold.
This one's a cold chaser.
Hey, boy, that's enough to freeze my pants, boy. We trying to go roll in the snow too? Boy, I just made a grand. I feel like cut the lights off. I feel like the Undertaker. Let's do it again. we gotta reshoot down. We gotta put his music on. This ain't John Cena. It's Undertaker right here.
It's not John Cena. It's Undertaker.
This how the pre-drive be.
Hey, man.
What you going there with your boxes?
I love them,
usually we'll put
them
like
country boys, man. Them country boys are the best teammates because they are so honest and transparent and hardworking. Watch his pre-draft interview with the Buffalo Bills and the questions they asked him. They asked him what he likes to do. He said fishing and play golf, hang out at the house. They said, you play golf? He said, yeah, but I'm Tiger, wish he would. I'm not Tiger Woods. Wish he could. I'm Tiger, wish he could. And then they asked him some football questions, and he's just like, I became a film junkie. I became a person who still loved to watch film. And you got to love a kid that wants to work hard and be the best. So I look for him to have an excellent 10-year career. Some people may say he sounds like he's not very smart, but he played at Michigan State. You don't get into Michigan State if you don't have some intelligence. And then he played at Florida State. He did very well, even with the backup quarterback when his quarterback got injured. He's built like a Greek god, and his mental football awareness, acumen is top notch. Now, he's not going to get a Nobel Peace Prize for articulation, but this country boy can flat out ball. So I look for Keon Coleman to be one of the candidates for Rookie of the Year. Sweet brother Nomsi, Rodney Saw said, props to Charlie Ward. I thought Charlie Ward was making a mistake when he went to play basketball. But joke's on me. He played very well in the NBA. AC2 said, them hoopers too soft. As soon as they get hit. Sweet brother Nomsi said, it's not about toughness. It's about ability. He's saying that he can find 30 basketball players who can play football at a high level. Then saying he can't find 30 football players basketball at a high level. Now, basketball players don't choose, I can't see the whole thing. Basketball players don't choose football because it hurts. They get paid more to play basketball. If football players can play in the NBA, they would. And you know it. Well, it's just like actors and rappers. The cards you dealt, you take it. But, you know, if you can cross. It just does not translate season-wise. You can do baseball and football, but you can't do basketball or anything else. I appreciate that, Rodney Sauce. Kawhi knew what he was doing. Kawhi is a smart man. He is juicing. Tony Gonzalez played both, but he was very average. What's the tight end's name from New Orleans? The big brother, Ginger, the big tight end. He played both at Miami. Kuma Kane said they soft with a W. Soft. Matt Barnes, Jimmy Graham, there he is. Kuma Kane, come through again. Josh Hart would be excellent. I've always said Jello Ball would be an NFL tight end, but he can't get out of the G League. He would be a good NFL player. He's built like one, but would he be tough? Antonio Gates, good hooper, NFL player. Josh Hart would be a very good football player. He has an engine. He has a motor. He's very tough inside the paint. Matt Barnes was a wideout, I believe. 5-star wideout. Defensive end for North Carolina. Man, you messed me up. I know that guy's name. He's a Hall of Famer. Charlie Ward was a role player in the NBA and won the Heisman. Case closed. Charlie Ward was a starting point guard for the New York Knicks for 10 years. Is that a role player? Or you mean being a star? Julius Peppers, that's it. That's it. Matt Barnes was a 5-star QB. Ain't that a blip? 5-star QB and a role player in the NBA. So there's your point. Basketball players who played football become pretty good basketball players, but they were Hall of Fame football players. He came in, snatched the starting job, and held it for several seasons. That's remarkable considering that it wasn't his primary sport. Well, he was like Tony Gwynn at San Diego State, played basketball and baseball. I think we need to give Tony Gwynn his props as one of the greatest athletes of all time. Basketball and baseball, two of the more skilled sports out there. And Tony Gwynn excelled at both of them. He said that team sucked and he still was a role player. Man, you better give Charlie Ward his props. Cool McCain came through. Caitlyn Clark had her debut and she was still dropping 35-foot bombs. So I think it's safe to say she's going to be just fine in the WNBA. Now, the problem we have with the WNBA is they're messing up again. They are dropping the ball again. They have an opportunity to really market this thing, but they are not televising the right games. You have to set up the schedule to give the people what they want. Ain't you learning from boxing? Angel Reese has more fans than a little bit, and you don't show her game. The LSU basketball fan base is crazy. They streamed her game via phone and got 2 million views on somebody's bootleg stream off their phone. So I believe they're going to try their best to rectify that. I believe they were trying to televise today's game. I'm not sure if it happened or not. But not only is Caitlyn Clark a star, but Angel Reese is a star. You have to capitalize when the iron is hot. Otherwise, you're going to miss the boat. The same way you missed the boat, Candace Parker and all of them. When they were household names, you did not televise their games when it was time to make sure everybody knew that they were coming on. So, WNBA, you own the clock. Market these young women so they can be paid somewhat handsomely and not have to work 3 or 4 jobs in the off season. You have an opportunity to blow the sport up by marketing these young ladies properly, and you're not doing it right. Rumor has it that JJ Redick is going to be the next coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. This will be LeBron's choice. I'm agreeing with Tim Hardaway. Just let LeBron be the head coach. LeBron could be the head coach, player coach like Bill Russell. JJ Redick becoming head coach will be the biggest skip the line in the history of sports. He will just be skipping the line. At least, I believe, didn't Luke Walton have some assistant coach credentials before he became the head coach? Coming straight from a podcast to the head coaching spot would be a slap in the face to those who have been trying to coach for years. Patrick Ewing, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all those guys who try to become head coaches. You can't skip the line like that. Going to Sweet Brother Numsy says, I thought Barnes was a receiver, not a quarterback. Somebody do the research, find out for sure. Jello Ball comes from a football family. He could do it. But his daddy stunk. Their daddy pushed him to basketball because he knew that was the money and married a volleyball player purposely for that. And LeVar Ball sucked at football. There, I said it. You can tell him I said it. I tell it to his face. And he'll say, I never lost. Brother averaged 1 point in basketball and was very average in football. Period. The WNBA marketing and scheduling needs to improve. Absolutely. They use the WNBA as a write-off. I'm convinced because it don't make no sense. David Stern is rolling over in his grave right now. Rolling over his grave right now. Jimmy Mackin here, the women's basketball enthusiast. It's not about the growth of the game. It's about promoting a white player over a black player. It's plain and simple. If they want to make some money, they're going to have to erase the color line and play the popular player. If they want to promote Caitlyn Clark like that, then they better make sure white America is watching. The black America wants to see some ball. And in case in point, we want to see Angel Reese. But we are not a big enough population to make that type of impact. It's got to be everybody if they want to make some money in that league. But I hear what you're saying. They want to make Caitlyn Clark the best ever. She's not. She's very good. She's going to be one of the greatest of all time if she can play the way she played in college. But she's not the GOAT. It's too soon. Tony Gwynn was drafted by the San Diego Clippers and Padres. He chose baseball because he felt he could have a longer career and be the best hitter of all time. Long Beach probably stand up. Modern day kick rocks. The Chicago Sky game was televised, so good for them. The first game wasn't. LeBron needs to be the coach. I said it last season. He can be Bill Russell. Amen, brother. Derek Fisher couldn't coach at no level. That's cold-blooded, man. You cold-blooded, Dr. Fraser. Steve Kerr skipped the line right to the championship. Didn't Steve Kerr sit on somebody's bench? Mike Staff, he was a role player, but he was a starter for the professional team in his second sport. That didn't start losing until somewhere around 2000. He came in 1994. They made the playoffs every year. They hardly sucked. They actually went to the finals while he played. It was locally televised. Okay, you guys are right. I'm wrong. It happens. All right, so I already did Coach Cobb's Corner. All right, my mental reps. All right, man. This is a tough topic because over the last year, I've been blessed to meet some great people at the NGBN TV network. And it's sad that I had to come to this revelation, and it's through prayer and a lot of thought and counseling. And it's time for me to break out and do my thing. So to everybody at the NGBN TV network, I want to say thank you for the relationships we built. I want to say, you know where I'm at, you know how to find me. But this will be my last broadcast on that network. I will still be live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. For the brothers and sisters who helped build it, for the experiences we've had, it's been nothing but a blast. But again, sometimes you got to do what's right for you. As a new pastor, as a father of some kids, as a person in the community that values certain things, I really have to do what's best for me right now and just step away. And I'll continue to pray for those involved, and that anything is possible through prayer, and that's what I'm going to continue to do in that situation. So you won't see me promoting or doing a whole bunch of stuff anymore for NGBN. We're parting ways, and that's just what it is. It's business, and sometimes you have to do things that's best for you. So I think that's self explanatory, and I think you guys can receive that because you know who I am. I stand on kingdom business first and foremost, and that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing in this. But this is my last broadcast, and I want to say thank you to the NGBN family. I will see you guys when I see you. This is AC Sports Live. I will see you next time on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X. Y'all have a blessed evening. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy. And as in parting, peace, love, and hair grease. Y'all be easy, love on one another, and talk to your people that you haven't talked to in a while, because tomorrow is not promised. All right? I'll see y'all next time. AC Sports Live. I'm out.